Literally, you're so fucking stupid. On Saturday night, I'm gonna bring you to a place you never want to be. I'm gonna bring you to the 7th layer hell.
Okay.
We'll say what's up to your dad while we're there.
Oh!
Hey, Marty.
Take it slow.
Hey, Marty. Is your daddy the jailbird coming on Saturday night?
Breathe.
I gotta hook up with law enforcement. If you want me to call his parole officer, I'll make sure he can come on Saturday night. You want me to make sure?
Yes.
Damn artist, man, I feel so bad for Miss
Could you please
Usman.
do that?
Think about that. She's got a cheating ass son and she's got a scammer ass husband. That must be shitty in that household.
This top G over here, this motherfucker with a status, trying to let dudes fuck his wife. Cheeto's a fucking stand-up mother. He's a fucking hard man.
Let's make America
I got
great
you,
again.
fucking Cheeto. Let's go.
Go.
At least my dad didn't f me.
The UFC is now a multi-billion-dollar global sports empire, but its journey was anything but smooth. From near collapse to worldwide dominance, today we dive deep into the rise and fall of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
There it is. There's Eddie's on the ground. Now we're watching Royce take the mount position. And that's exactly where the jiu-jitsu man wants to be. He's on top. This is not a good place.
You can't grab him, can't pull him in tight.
You bet. If I were him, perhaps he might think about taking that thing off right now.
Take a break and take it off. Whoop, he just bowed out.
Finally, in minute 25, Holloway shows some mortality. Look at this. Holloway just told him, stand right here. Oh, big connection late.
The UFC launched in 1993 as a brutal, no-holds-barred competition, with no weight classes, almost no rules, and the tagline, "There are no rules," it quickly caught the attention of critics.
Endurance is going to play an important part of this. Kathy, what do you think? Let's go. Whoa!
I think we're just missing teeth there.
UFC was labeled as kind of like a human cockfighting by the senator at that time, John McCain, leading to multiple state bans, leaving the organization in serious jeopardy.
At martial arts fighting, there was people knocking them other down, sitting on top of them and smashing them in the face. There was no referee, there was nothing. It was terrible. And they've cleaned up their act enormously. Actually, this Ultimate Fighting now isn't a heck of a lot different from boxing. So they have changed dramatically. But what it was at the beginning was human cockfighting. It was. I mean, I've seen people repeatedly getting smashed in the face with a guy sitting on top of them. That's not a sport. That's a throwback to the Roman Colosseum.
By the late 90s, the UFC was on the edge of extinction. Low pay-per-view buys, bad publicity, and legal issues led to the financial strain. Things were looking grim. In 2001, brothers Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, along with Dana White, bought the UFC for just $2 million. Under Zuffa, they set out to clean up the sport and get the sanctions by Athletic Commission.
And then I started managing Tito and Chuck. I met those guys, started managing them, and I got into this huge contract battle over Tito's contract with the old owner. And through that, it lasted almost a year. And through that, I found out that the UFC was in trouble. And like I said, Lorenzo and I were going to get involved in boxing. They were down in Miami. I called them and said, I think this thing's in trouble. I think we could buy the UFC. And a month later, we owned the company.
They introduced rules, weight classes, and started shifting the narrative to legitimize the sport of mixed martial arts. But the real breakthrough came with the Ultimate Fighter reality show in 2005. The UFC took a huge risk investing in this TV show when they had almost pretty much nothing left.
Next 50 days, two legends in the world of mixed martial arts will be instrumental in deciding who wins the UFC contracts.
I don't like to lose at anything, especially anything I think I'm good at. I just like to win.
And here we go. The friendship is over.
My boy Chris just starts to get me.
The finale fight between Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner captured the audience attention and gave the UFC the boost it desperately needed.
So you want to be an Ultimate Fighter? Wow. What a fight.
He's rocked, though. He is rocked.
Comes
But he
over the
still
top.
stays in there. What hard. Another nice right hand by Forrest.
Oh, uppercut caught
Stephen
it.
Bonner's taking some shots. Forrest takes him
down
to the
they
ground.
go.
And Bonner rolls him over.
Around this time, Joe Rogan, as we all know, UFC commentator, spoke passionately about the evolution of the UFC and the discipline fighters began to showcase.
And some people have never overcome, so they don't even know the beautiful feeling of accomplishing something that's difficult because they've never done it. They've sort of embraced the idea that it's fun to be lazy. It's great to be a slob. It's great to live in this world, and that's the last thing I'd ever want to do is exercise. Get the fuck out of here. And they pretend that they're wise in their choice, that there's some sort of frivolous nature to physical activity. But physical activity is mental activity. You just don't think of it that way because your mind is forcing your body to do the work.
As Joe Rogan said, the sport was evolving from a violent spectacle to a legitimate competition on where mixed martial artists showcased their craft.
That style.
And the technique, man.
Yeah.
He's fucking technical. When he was walking down Izzy, when they were like hand fighting and he was checking these kicks, I'm like, this is dangerous in every way. It's not just dangerous power. He's fucking sneaky. He's really technical and creative when he's hitting people.
Yeah, slick. That pressure he was putting on Izzy too, just slow,
And
forward.
he's fighting strange. It's like hands down, straight up.
Yeah.
You know, and he moves in on you, and it's
Yeah.
just like, it's so filled with danger.
Yeah.
Like every step he moves towards guys, you see this like recognition of this, like, it's a different kind of power.
With stars like George St. Pierre, which is one of my favorite fighters, and Anderson Silva and Conor McGregor, UFC grew into this worldwide sensation. They bought out the competitions like Pride FC and Strikeforce and consolidating their hold on the MMA world.
Fight to finish the fight where some of the best, if not the best, I've ever seen in MMA. Nice leg kick by Irvin.
And
He got
Irvin's in
clipped.
trouble already.
That's
Silva trying to finish it.
It's done.
Just
Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxed and smiling. Oh! He slapped him!
Major broadcasting deals, international fights, and cross-promotion with boxing, like the McGregor versus Mayweather fight, pushed the UFC further into the mainstream consciousness.
A king is born. I told you before. A king is born. Now I told you before. A king is born.
No fighter in history has done what Floyd Mayweather has done.
I'm gonna knock him out, mark my words.
In 2016, the UFC was sold for a staggering $4 billion, becoming one of the fastest growing sports organizations globally today. And today, they continue to expand, drawing millions of fans with each major fight.
What's up, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It just keeps getting bigger and better. Let's get things started. And a big throwdown. Wow.
For the undisputed middleweight championship of the world.
What a fight. What a fight. What a fight.
The trilogy to be completed here tonight. And if BJ Penn doesn't work, Herb Dean is going to stop this fight. Frankie Edgar finishes BJ Penn.
But the journey isn't over. What does the future hold for the UFC? New fighters, new rivalries, and possibly even new controversies. What do you think about the UFC's rise? Do you remember the early days, or did you just start watching after the Ultimate Fighter era? Let me know in the comments below. And before we go, remember, no matter what happens in the octagon, always be good to yourselves. And out.